Okay, so I'm going to go over 10-14 to 16. Your homework is 18 to 21. In this classwork, it's focusing. We are completing the square for equations of circles. So on problem 14, for part A, it tells you that graphing form for a circle is x minus h squared plus y minus k squared is equal to r squared. Hopefully you remember that from last week, where hk is the center and r is the radius. So h is the x-coordinate and then k is the y-coordinate there. For part B, general form is ax squared plus ay squared plus bx plus cy plus d equals 0. No, you don't need to memorize that. On part A, I kind of skipped this because it goes with part B. They give us a picture of a graph. The center is at 3, 1, and the radius is 5. So these together tell us our equation in graphing form. You can't just write general form from the center and radius. So this is x minus 3 squared plus y minus 1 squared is equal to 5 squared. So again, this is graphing form. We need to get this into general form. So basically what we need to do, we need to get it equal to 0, but we'll do that last. And we need to get rid of our parentheses. So to get rid of our parentheses, we're going to make some boxes. So x minus 3 times x minus 3, x squared, negative 3x, and 9. Y minus 1 and y minus 1. We get y squared, negative y, and 1. So this first set of parentheses here becomes x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus y squared minus 2y plus 1 is equal to 25. Well, we need to combine like terms on this left side. We need to subtract the 25 and just kind of rearrange some things. Notice it goes x squared, x is y's constant. So I'm just going to combine like terms and rearrange this left side. We get x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 2y plus 10 equals 25. So I just shuffled them around, and then if I subtract that 25, I get x squared plus y squared minus 6x minus 2y minus 15 equals 0. And now we have it in general form. It's very rare that I'm going to ask you, I don't think I will ever ask you, to be honest, to go from graphing form to general form. It's good to know how to do it. Now you've seen it. In general, we're going to go the other way. We are going to go from general form to graphing form. So if we wanted to go from general form to graphing form, so basically, if we wanted to work our way backwards, we have to complete the square twice. once for x's and once for the y's. So problem number 15 has us doing this. It kind of breaks it down in steps for you, but I'm just going to kind of probably chunk it all together. So x squared plus y squared plus 4x plus 2y equals 11. So they already have that number over there. Sometimes it'll be on the right side and you want to move it over. First thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to rearrange it so my x's are together and my y's are together. So this is equivalent to x squared plus 4x plus y squared plus 2y is equal to 11. So I said we want to complete this square twice, once for x's, once for y's. So if I go ahead and draw my squares over here, so x squared, remember we cut this in half, so that's 2x and 2x. So x, x, 2, 2. To complete this square, we need to add 4. So I have to add a 4 here. And I also have to add it, remember, to the other side of the equation. Once on the left, once on the right. Okay? Making my square for my y's now. So y squared plus 2y, so half of 2y is 1y, or just y. So y, 1, 1. We're missing a 1, so we're going to add a 1 here and add a 1 here. By adding the 4, we are able to write this left side as x plus 2 squared. Remember, it's the outside of the box. Plus, by adding the 1, we made that a square. Y plus 1 squared is equal to 16. So this is now in graphing form. So here, they did also ask us to sketch a graph. So to sketch the graph, we need to identify the center and the radius. So here my center is -2, -1. The center is negative because remember the equation is x minus h, so it's always the opposite inside of the parentheses. And then my radius is 4. 4 comes from the square root of 16. So if I wanted to sketch this graph, I go to -2, -1, and then I go right 4, up 4, down 4, and left 4. -2, -1, so right 4, up 4, left 4, down 4, oops, sorry, and there is your circle. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and do problem number 16. Which the directions say rewrite it in graphing form and sketch a graph. So here the equation is x squared plus y squared minus 4x plus 6y minus 3 equals 0. So I'm going to do two things at once in this problem. Remember, this circle goes with that problem. So I'm going to add 3 to both sides, and I'm going to rearrange my terms on the left side at the same time. So x squared minus 4x plus y squared plus 6y is equal to 3. So you want to get whatever constant or number you have over to the right side, and then you want your x's together and your y's together. So I'm just going to do it kind of down here. We complete the square twice. So I have x squared, half of negative 4x is negative 2x. So x, negative 2, and negative 2. This is y squared. These are both 3y because I cut the 6y in half. So this square with my x's is missing a 4. And this square with my y's is missing a 9. So I need to add 4 for my x's, and I need to add 9 for my y's. By adding 4, remember we're making it a perfect square, which is the outside of our box. X minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared outside of that box is equal to 16. So it's asking us to sketch the graph again. I'm running out of space here, so I'm going to skip that part. If it asks you to do that in your homework, please don't skip it. Trying to scroll to your homework to check. But I still want to identify the center and the radius. So take a second, look at those, see if you can figure out what the center and the radius are. I will go over it, but try it before I just tell it to you. So look at the equation and then ask yourself, what's the center, what's the radius? If you need to pause the video, pause the video. So hopefully for your center, you get the point 2, negative 3. X minus h, so h is 2, and this is y plus 3, so that makes this negative 3. And then your radius is 4 again. So again, you should sketch this. In your homework, it's going to ask you to sketch it. Please do that. Let me know if you have any questions.